It's a windy night in Chester as the Philadelphia Union return home in MLS action, where they hope to lengthen their unbeaten home winning streak against a club who handed them a loss earlier this season, the Chicago Fire. Hi, it's up section 113 at Talent Energy Stadium. Welcome to Union Pregame Live. I'm Dave Leno.
And I'm Marissa Pilla. With a win or a draw tonight here, Dave, the Union will match a franchise record for the most consecutive home unbeaten streaks with 10. Their streak started back in September of last season.
Their opponent tonight, Marissa, the Chicago Fire, find themselves in the same position last year. They had 6 wins a year ago. This year, only 11 goals scored. They're dead last in the Eastern Conference. More on their standout players in just a little bit. But first, the Union were handed their 4th loss of the season at Yankee Stadium on Saturday.
They dropped their first game in 10. Frank Lampard making his first start the 2016 season. Got a couple touches early on here in the 8th minute. He finds the back of the net right past Andre Blake to put NYCFC up 1-0. Moving on, David Villa finds one and hits the bar, but Andre Blake comes right back and grabs that reflection. Villa can't even believe it. He has such great opportunities, but Jack Harrison in the 20th minute, the first overall draft pick in this last year's draft, heel kicks this one back to Villa, who sends it in the back of the net, making it 2-0 NYCFC. And then the maestro, Andrea Pirlo, sends this one in the back of the net, 3-0 NYCFC. He is deadly on those set pieces. But then things kind of went Union's way in the 50th minute. A foul called inside the box. Roland Alberg steps up, makes his first MLS career goal on this PK, gets them on the board. In the 88th minute, Brian Carroll first was credited with this head ball, but later it was determined it was an own goal by Frederic Briand. A couple other opportunities later in the game for the Union, but they just couldn't capitalize on those chances. Dropped their first game since April.
Alberg became one of 5 Union players to record his first career MLS goal this season. Despite not taking any quarters, New York City FC outshot the Union 14-10 and won in duels, tackles, and clearances. As we take a look at the Xfinity Eastern Conference standings, the Union remain in first place by 1 point over the New York Red Bulls, who are at Real Salt Lake tonight. New York City, FC Montreal, and Toronto remain above the red line as the Chicago Fire sit in the cellar with just 2 wins. Their win besides the Philadelphia Union came against the struggling Houston Dynamo. Now turning to the Fire, they fired last year their head coach Frank Yelp. They instituted a player who was with the Philadelphia Union in Veljko Paunovic, who played with the Union in 2011. He's now the head coach. They have a new general manager in Nelson Rodriguez. They are battled by a lot of injuries this season, Marissa, and the woes continued. They have not fared well this go-around.
So they do have great offensive attack right here in Kennedy Igbonanike. He is leading the team in goals with 3 assists on the season as well, but also there's David Akam, who has killer speed. This is one of the fastest guys in the league, and in 4 of his 5 starts this season, he has either scored or assisted on a goal. He is someone that the Union really have to keep close eye on, because he can really sprint, get behind the ball, make the most out of a through ball.
And let's revisit the Fire's last game on Saturday. First place in the West, Colorado has been fantastic at Commerce City. In the 57th minute, Kevin Doyle got the scoring started, beating Sean Johnson, who was making his 4th start of the year. Lamson has been the goalie as of late, but tonight it will be Johnson in goal again for his 5th start. But the Fire responded, Akam to Ramos, and they find Calitri, who tallies his first MLS goal. Here's the game winner in the 89th minute off of Campbell, the goal. Marco Papa, who played with the Seattle Sounders, 2-1 in favor of the Colorado Rapids. But Kennedy Iguananike has been quiet the last 2 games for the Fire, including the Open Cup match against the Indy 11, but he really has slaughtered the Philadelphia Union, Marissa. In 3 games, he does have 3 goals against the Union, so they will look to get the 27-year-old designated player from Nigeria going this go-around. So as I mentioned, they'll play with a 3-5-2 with Iguananike and Akam up top. They'll look to get Harrington and Vincent Ford, but for the Philadelphia Union against the Chicago Fire team, you go all the way back to April 2nd, Marissa, and they were handed their 2nd loss of the year after the disappointing performance against FC Dallas to open up the season.
Well, this is what Jim Curtin called a tsunami blizzard. Awful conditions here in Chicago. A couple of opportunities early on hit the post for the Union. They had a couple different chances. Andre Blake once again showing his athleticism, back-to-back saves. Here, Ilsinho also getting great opportunities hitting the crossbar. But the pace of the change definitely saved in the 51st minute. Chicago did get a goal from Ibo Anike. The Union were playing with only 10 men due to a Warren Cavall red card after yellow card accumulation.
And here's the 4-2-3-1 for the Philadelphia Union with some different personnel. Tranquillo Barnetta will fill the number 8 spot with Roland Alberg as the number 10. Ilsinho starts in the wing for Sebastian Latou due to the busy stretch of games on the horizon, and Fabinho is back at the left spot in place of Ray Gaddis. But tonight, Marissa, the defense has to limit a team who has scored all of its 11 goals inside the box.
This defense has been very solid. The combination of these 4 guys, Fabinho, Marquez, Blake, and Tribbett. Tribbett and Fabinho will press up a little bit with Marquez and Rosenberry kind of pinching into the middle to cut off those long balls, which Chicago likes to do.
With Barnetta as the number 8 linked with holding midfielder Brian Carroll, the Union want to create more possessions, be more attack-minded and aggressive in the absence of Vincent Nogueira, and they'll look to provide services to these guys up top.
Well, Roland Alberg and Ilsinho getting another start, but Fabian Herbers is someone to watch. He is replacing CJ Sapong, who is injured. Fabian has a very different style of play in comparison to CJ, who is out with an ankle injury right now. He is not available tonight. He may be available for Saturday. It's a standard ankle sprain, but they want to make sure he's 100% by the time they get him back on the field, because they'll need him come October, September, when they're really trying to make those playoff pushes. But coming up on Union Pregame Live, I had a great opportunity to meet some really inspirational students from George Washington High School as they embarked on an opportunity of a lifetime to play under the Major League lights.